So I'm cooking some pasta. I always cook this sort of thing when I couldn't be bothered making anything for myself. It doesn't actually really need very much, just like it needs 3/4 of a cup of white milk. So in this case I put in soy milk because that's sort of what I drink. Soy milk is pretty much just as good as ordinary milk. And I've got the jug boiling to get some hot water, so you need a cup of hot water. It's not always really great to send the water to the bowl, but I'm doing that this time. I don't normally do that. So one tip when you're making microwave stuff is you just use the biggest bowl that you can find. That one's a lot smaller. That's good for steaming, but you put it in the biggest bowl that you can find so that you avoid it spilling over the edges and making a mess of your microwave. And last but not least, you need like 2 teaspoons of butter or margarine, which I deciphered as 1 tablespoon. So then you put this mix on 12 minutes on high, making sure you stir it every few minutes. So before I cook these noodles, I'm gonna be cooking these vegetables first, so that I have a little bit of a salad. So what you do is, with vegetables, is you put the lid on and make sure the little steaming thing's open so the vegetables can steam. And then of course you put it in the microwave for around 5 minutes on, ow, fuck, that hurt. On high. Oh, that really hurt. Do not do that. Do not talk into your camera and distract yourself while you're opening a microwave. These little things here are dangerous. Anyway, that's my 5 minutes. Just put that on. Make a nice warm salad. So while I'm microwaving things, I might also add this chicken tender, which is vegetarian. So for this one, you just put it on your tray and then you air fry it. So that will cook while I'm eating this, and then I can eat that. So perfect. So that is my vegetables. I literally burnt my fingers when I was taking this out of the steaming hot bowl. So it's like I lifted off the lid and then it was like, oh, my fingers are being steamed. And so along with the bump on my elbow, my fingers got steamed. So with this one, you have to watch it a little because you have to stir it like 2 or 3 times. Yesterday I only stirred it once and it came off as a little crusted at the end, like really well cooked because it hadn't been stirred. So it's on 9 minutes now, down from 12, and so at around 6 minutes I'll stir it again, and then maybe again at around 2 minutes. This is the dressing jar. It collects oil, and the oil sits there really thickly, so you have to wait 5-10 minutes for it to melt. I just couldn't be bothered with the salad tonight, so I kept the skins on the carrots and everything, which is not really something that I usually do. But I'm like, oh, I couldn't be bothered. I couldn't be bothered cooking, so I can't forget my drink. Now that there's splotches all over the place. Look at my dirty plate after playing with the dressing, so I'll have to clean that up somehow. Tastes so good that I poured myself a refill already. Just a little bit more with the cooking. So it's not very long to go now. Almost there. So, well, it's going to mention that the dog is not here with me. They're staying at a friend's house, so unfortunately I'm alone for the 2nd time in a row. Oh, it's so sad that the dog likes anyone else's house better than this house. Doesn't feel this house is safe enough. Doesn't feel like it's cool enough. Doesn't feel like it's fun enough. So this is just about to finish, and then I can put the other thing inside. So I generally ignore the cooling rule. It's there to make sure that your microwave is not hot when you open it, but I ignore it because it takes like 5 minutes to cool down. So now I put the other item in there, and it's gotta warm up for like a few minutes. And this is my wonderful microwave macaroni and cheese that only a microwave can create. it is super hot, so I can't like eat it right away, unfortunately. So this is when you approach your salad. So it's got dressing on it, and I love these. These are like one of my favorite foods in the world. They're like Brussels sprouts, but they're not the ones that are stringy. They're the other ones, and I just love to eat them. They're very good for you. So I can eat them. I used to eat a whole bowl every day, but I haven't eaten them in a while. But now that I'm eating them again, it's like, oh, I do love them. This is something that no one would ever want to hear me say, but I'm not always into broccoli. I only like broccoli every now and again, even though I love broccoli. But for some reason, I don't always want to eat it. So I just had to decrease the time to 6 minutes because that's how long it's supposed to be cooked for. I would say this and artichokes, I can just eat them forever with dressing on top. I love carrots. I love Brussels sprouts. Broccoli I love too, but sometimes I really just don't want to eat broccoli. So I have this much left, but this is calling me now that it's cooled a little. For some reason, I just really like packeted pasta. I think it just tastes perfect whenever I cook it, so it's not the only thing that I like to eat, but if we have it in the house, I definitely want to eat it all the time. So my pasta tastes so good, I finished the salad first, hands down. And now I can safely eat my pasta, and by the time I finish, the thing in the microwave should be cooked. So this just tastes so good that I deeply regret putting anything else in the microwave to cook, because I don't really want to eat anything else after tasting this. So this is my sizzling additional bread out of the oven. I just need to get some bread to wrap it in. So the bread just needs 30 seconds of love and attention from the microwave. And so what I do is put on my sauces, and then I just fold it up, and oh my gosh, it's got greasy, cheesy stuff on the outside, but that's okay. I just eat it like that, you know, who cares about the greasy, cheesy stuff? I just do it. It tastes so good. It tastes like almost like a chicken nugget, but with all the greasy stuff on the outside, it looks horrendous, but high kilojoule everything, but literally it's just the way it looks, but I'm sure it's healthy in some way. Okay, so now that's all been eaten, I can finish off with a nice drink. I love fizzy drink. I love ginger beer, one of my favorites of all time. So when I finish that, I can definitely gonna wash all these dishes up because I made such a mess making this dinner.